Hi, Dr. Nolan. My name is Catherine Newmans, and this is my vlog post number 2 about the $1 million milliseconds. So I listened to the podcast and I watched the video, and gonna be honest, most of it went over my head because I've never really researched this kind of stuff before. I've never had to read this stuff, and I know the stock market exists, obviously, and that stocks are traded and bonds are sold, and that the New York Stock Exchange exists and all that stuff. But I did not realize how automated it had gotten, and to the extreme that it is. Excuse me. So the first question says, what did you find most surprising, exciting, or disturbing about the podcast? Now, because all this was new information to me, I think the biggest thing that stood out was the fact that stocks originally were traded via horseback, and then via carrier pigeon, and then in person, and then the internet, and now through nanoseconds, and now 14 nanoseconds is a long time. Honestly, boggles my mind. Just where we've come from and what the new normals become as they become normals. And then when 15 nanoseconds became normal, now we're going to 14 nanoseconds. Eventually that'll be normal, and they're going to try to get to 8 nanoseconds. And it's I don't know what to do. Honestly, that boggles my mind. It's honestly kind of disturbing, just the amount and the extent that it's become so automated that I didn't realize. It messes with the mind just a wee bit. Excuse me. The second question says, what do you feel the ramifications of this type of trading will be for the future of the stock market? So currently, I think most of the ramifications are negative because of the crash of 245 and everything that went down, and the fact that we don't know what happened at 245. I think once we can stabilize the market, just like the video said, with the ecosystem, once we can stabilize it and we're able to control and understand the market, we'll be able to be a lot smoother. I think, sorry, I'm looking at my notes real quick. I lost my place. Excuse me. So I think once we're able to completely understand what's happening, we'll be able to even stabilize the market, and then we would grow from that. In the video, they talk about augmented intelligence, and that's, I think, is what we're going for. It's the middle ground between machines and humans. They talk about in the video that a machine and a human working together can beat a machine every time, because machines can read numbers super fast, but humans can understand and visualize stuff better, And so once we can reach a middle ground where they're going really fast and we're understanding, it'll be a lot smoother and a better flow. All right, so the last one was the article, and I found an article called the CLS Blue Sky blog called Is High Frequency Trading Good for Capital Markets? It was written in December of 2015. It was a very long article, very good, very interesting. Honestly, oh goodness, my screen went dark. Honestly, most of it went over my head. But there's one quote I want to read from it. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? No. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. We're saying more. One quote that I read that kind of stuck out, and I want to read it to you. And it's back now. It says, one distinctive feature of high frequency trading is that the information advantage they seek is no longer fundamental information about the value of the company. And that brings me back to what I said, the machines, they're just looking at numbers. So they go boom, 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 but they don't understand the value of the company and what it is and what it does and how it's doing and that kind of stuff. While humans understand that better, but they don't read the numbers quite nearly as fast. So once we can reach that middle ground where it's boom, 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 understanding, I think the market will stabilize, and I think it will just go up from there. And we will keep stuff from 245 happening again. We can understand what actually caused it, what we can do now, all that kind of stuff. It was really interesting. Again, I'd never had to research this kind of stuff before, so it was all new information, but it was really fun and I liked it. So thank you so much. Appreciate your time, and I'll see you in class.